My 22M friend, 28M, is ruining his life because he can't let his other friend, 28F, go. For context, my friend has been in a depression for years. Back in October, my friend, we can call him A, became closer with a girl he's known for a while, let's call her B, and they started talking more and started a situationship. There were some complications, however, so they were just talking for a few weeks, but they became really close, and I honestly haven't seen it that happy in a long time. They were spending a lot of time together, and I saw so much potential, and I was really happy for the two of them. I know B as well, and they were super well suited. Now we can talk about the other friend. We can call her C. C is fucking awful and uses it blatantly, but he can never see it. She approached A and told him he's been a shit friend for the past few months and hasn't been there for her because he's been so distracted by B, and she started saying B is a bad influence and is using him, doesn't care about him really, etc. She tried breaking them up and it worked. Now B came to me and told me everything, and when I confronted A, he literally just said he realized C was right and he was being a selfish shit friend by spending so much time with a girl he liked over a close friend. I understand, but I also disagree. I think the reason A has been so depressed for so long is because C keeps doing this and ruins his chances at love every time she has a boyfriend. So IDK why she does this, but A is fucking blind and can never see it, and he's ruining all his chances by siding with her. It was really nice seeing him so happy and active with us again and not hiding within himself, which is how he acts when he's with C. He completely blocks everyone else out. I wish she'd just leave him alone, or he could see her toxicity and cut her out, but he can never see how she really is. I despise her and I feel so bad for B because she's devastated and clearly really liked him. Is there anything at all I can do here? A has gone back to retreating into himself and is quiet and back in his depression, and C is happy because she has him all to herself again. WTF do I do while watching this train wreck? I care for them both and I'm so fucking frustrated. TLDR. My friend has a toxic friend who ruins his chances at love every fucking time she can because she says he gets distracted and isn't there for her the way he should be when he's spending time with the girl he likes. There is very little you can do. You can tell him that he should do what he thinks is best for him and makes him happy, since friendships are supposed to make you happier by being in them. And let him draw his own conclusions, but that's most of what you can do. He doesn't seem to want to give up C, nor do you show any indication that he has a problem with C. A few things you could try. 1. Tell C's BF she's being inappropriate with A and cause problems there, so her attention's diverted and gives A chance to connect with B again, though once she's stabilized the relationship again or gets dumped, she's going to run to run him again, so. 2. Go to A and present his problem as your own and ask him what you should do. He'll answer correctly and then argue with him the way he argued with all of y'all. As he persists, then ask him why he doesn't follow his own advice, because that's the exact same situation as him. B and C. Sometimes, getting people to view their own problem as an outsider without all the emotions attached gives them clarity on the situation. 3. Get A, B, C, and C's BF all together and confront C about why, when she's in a loving, happy relationship, she's always dragging it along and breaking up his relationships with other women. List out all the times she's done it, including the most recent, and ask if she's trying to keep him as backup in case the relationship she's currently in fails. How inappropriate it is to demand all of another man's attention when she's in a relationship already. How inappropriate it is to ask him to break up with his GF for her when she's with someone else. Her BF is made aware of the situation if he isn't already, and she won't just mouth off or outright lie because she has to keep her story, lies straight for two people. If her BF is already aware, he's most likely not happy with it either, and having someone else point out what she's been telling him he's acting ridiculous about will cause her to feel the need to explain herself again, causing her issues because she has to keep the story, lies she feeds A and her BF intact. A might come to her defense, but confronting her in front of him and her BF and him watching her founder and have issues keeping FBS together, at the very least, will sow seeds of doubt about her and his choice to trust in her completely. 4. Do nothing. Be there for B and distance yourself from A. Tell him when he comes to his senses and stops neglecting and being a shitty person to himself and a shitty friend to everyone else. For C, he knows where you're at. That you cannot watch him be depressed and unhappy because he cannot let a horrible person like C go. Unfortunately, sometimes that's all you can do.
Have you told your friend your honest thoughts on it? Nothing you can do besides that. Give specific examples of C's sabotage, vouch for B, and that's really all you can do.
It's his life, you gotta let him live it.
One of my close friends had a toxic friend like that, and it was very frustrating to watch. It's like an addiction. In my experience, there's absolutely nothing you can do other than suggest therapy, Let him know you're there when he needs you, and distance yourself from everyone involved. Toxic people have a tendency to burn all their bridges. Everyone will get fed up of her soon, and, be honest with yourself, your mate clearly has issues if he keeps letting himself be sabotaged. I would do yourself a favor and just let them at each other. You'll probably realize that your mate has issues of his own. I commend you for being protective, but you are letting yourself get stressed out over something that doesn't really involve you.
Have you told A all the things you told us about C? How he's throwing his life away to cater to her needs. As a friend, she uses him, doesn't care about his happiness, makes him depressed, and, most importantly, how he is not his best self when he's around C. If you haven't, then I would, and I'd add on how much better, different he is around B. How being around B makes him come out of his depression, etc. Heck, maybe show him this thread if you find the advice provided by internet strangers might be helpful to him. Going to go ahead and say B was saved from a really sad relationship actually.
I am sorry Op, and I am sorry for B, but you can't help someone who won't help themselves, and if he's not at a point where he at least recognizes the changes in himself, then he's a long way from wanting to help himself.
Pathetic, rip your friend, bro. You can do little more than tell him the truth. B is devastated. She obviously isn't using him. C has a boyfriend, yet she doesn't want him to have one. Wanting that attention while with someone else is kinda trashy. Then let him know how happy he seemed with B, and he's back to not being happy. What he does with that information is his call.
Could someone please explain to me what a situationship is? Is it just friends with benefits? It seems like Andrew will not wake up so easily because Courtney has a hold on him in some way. He values her opinion way more than Becky or you. Show him this post, maybe he will see the light if he sees all our comments and he has a good friend who means well looking out for him. Next time, can you just use placeholder names?
Time to leave it alone. I know it is so hard. My friend is also pathetic and desperate. You can't do anything about it apart from say,
Not your circus, not your monkeys. You don't really have a role to play in this drama, other than innocent bystander. If A values his friendship with C more than his budding romantic relationship with B, he's an adult and he's entitled to his own choices, even if they are likely to hurt him in the long run. You tried to talk to A about this situation, but he rejected your well-intentioned advice. If you keep nagging him to get back together with B, you are only likely to alienate him. You only get one free shot at offering unsolicited opinions about the way a good friend chooses to run their life. I totally sympathize with how badly you feel, because I've been there myself. One of the hardest things in life is to watch a friend make what you think is a terrible mistake, and not be able to change their mind. At a certain point, you have to just let go of the situation, and just plan to be there for A when it all comes crashing down. I imagine C is out of his league and he's deluded himself into believing he has a chance. C must enjoy the attention he gives her. Not Op, this person is wrong. If he's really truly your friend, just give him the good old bitch slap and explain to him why he's a moron. That will fix him right up. By the way, I'm going to get downvoted, but I'm still right. If her best friend is being stupid, you tell him he's stupid straight up. Don't sugarcoat it and don't beat around the bush. Then he probably gets something out of it. I agree with you completely, except I think that a ton of people, they're just stuck repeating learned behaviors from shitty childhoods. What they get out of it is just that healthy behaviors are unfamiliar and uncomfortable, whereas being treated like shit and being told that's all your self-worth is comfortable. Again, you're not wrong, I just dislike the way you phrased it. Because if Op is wanting to help A, then picking better language is probably needed. It's not that A is getting something out of the relationship, it's just that he might be used to getting taken advantage of.